Hey, good afternoon. Here we are. It is Thursday afternoon, about 7 o'clock, 3 minutes past, in fact, and we're live on the Old Geezers show today. I'm Chris, and I hope we're going to interest you, I think, perhaps. Not going to excite you too much because it's, that time of day. And what we're going to do is look at a few stories and see where we go with those. I'd love to hear from you if you have anything that you'd like to say on the stories that we're going to be dealing with. So let's make a start. Let's not mess about. One really nice bit of news. I like this bit of news a lot. And this is a block of affordable flats being built by a housing association in Carnarvon. It's just got its planning permission, as I understand it. And they're going to build 21 flats. Now, this is not really a big subject, is it? And you may think, is this important or not? But I think it's important. I'll tell you why. The reason I think it's important is because it possibly marks a bit of a change. So far, we've seen some odd things happening. Excuse me. So far, we've seen some odd things happening. And for example, somewhere else in Wales, I'll probably do the story next week, a housing or a council actually took a unused, I think is the word I'd choose to use, set of old people's flats and handed them over to be rejigged, rebuilt, whatever you like, as immigrants' flats. I'm sure they probably needed those to be old people's flats, but for some reason they couldn't bring themselves to do it. But I'm really pleased to see the people over at Carnarvon are going to get rental flats for 21 families or couples or whatever. That's seven one-bedroom flat and 14 two-bedroom flats, as well as providing communal areas. I think that's really great. So well done, the guys in Carnarvon. I love to see that kind of thing. It's good to have a development that's good for older people. Okay, what else we got? We got something to actually say that I really would like to show you. Now, I filmed this today. Like a lot of older people, I thoroughly enjoy walk. I thoroughly enjoy work. And I was out having my stroll today, and I literally just walked down a set of steps, and there was this brilliant looking little hot rod. I thought it was amazing. I filmed a chat with the guy who had it. I had a look at the car itself. Now, there's a lot of wind noise on this video, so I do apologize, but take a look and see what you. So, Jamie, this is your baby.
This is my baby.
You must love it with a passion.
Everyone loves it. Everyone loves it.
Tell me a little bit about the car itself.
It's a Ford Opus hot rod.
Right.
Small hot rod. It's the smallest hot rod you can get.
Mm-hmm.
It's all based on a Ford Angular 105E. It now has a different engine put in it, a pre-crossflow 1.5 race tuned.
Right.
And it's running like 56 horsepower.
Right.
So, yeah, it's quite nippy. It really is. And it's all fiberglass based and tubed.
Right. How long have you owned it?
I've owned it nearly a year.
Right.
Yeah.
Get out often?
Every day.
Every day.
Every single day. Again, it's no matter the rain, snow, whatever, I'm out in this beast.
Excellent.
I love it.
When you have work to do on it, can you get the work done? Do you do all the work yourself?
Yeah, I literally put a new clutch master cylinder,
Right.
brake master cylinder, clutch slave cylinder, flexi hose, new shock absorbers, new various gaskets,
Right.
new tyres on the front. Yeah,
You've done it all.
yeah, I've looked after it at full service, but the history on it is mental.
Right.
It really is. I've got
Right,
a box
right.
full of history. The chassis only done 3,500 miles,
Right.
but the engine's done 37,000.
So it's still got another 37,000 in it.
Well, in the frame, yeah.
Yeah.
It will just keep going on and on. Because it's
Excellent.
been treated, it will never rot.
No.
No, it really won't.
And the motor as a whole, the whole car, has been treated like a baby for all its life, really,
for all
hasn't it?
its life through the first person that had it,
Yeah.
because that was his toy and he didn't want to go rusty and stuff, and living down in the Dells, you know what it's like in rain and
Exactly.
stuff, leaving out in the weather. Yeah.
So I've got to ask.
Quirky.
I've got to ask. Start it up for us.
Start quicker than you can say yes. Quicker than you can say it.
There you go. And that's off. And that's Jamie. Really, I'd say that's Jamie in his supercar because this is actually it's such a pretty little thing, isn't it?
It really is.
Huda, let's have a touch
Even
of
the
Huda.
horn.
Excellent. Are you ever tempted to wake up your neighbours?
Always wake them up.
Excellent.
Best thing about it all, get them up and they'll get working when they better laying in bed.
I hope they're watching this.
Oh, so too.
Thank you so much for that, Jamie.
No
I
worries,
really
mate.
appreciate it.
Welcome.
And I just have to say that I reckon every day you take this out,
Yeah.
100 people fall in love with your car.
Every mile's a smile, mate. It really is. Yeah, I love it. Everyone just comes over. Kids come over and they want to get in it. I let them get in it. As long as they don't break it.
Yeah.
I don't mind if they get in it at all.
And you can mend it anyway.
I can mend it anyway, yep.
Superb. Thank you, Jamie.
No worries.
What a lovely bloke he was. I really liked him and I really liked his car. That's just the kind of thing you need to see when you're out having a morning walk. You walk past something like that, have a chat with the guy who owns it. He is so pleased to have people interested and he loves his car. What more can you ask? There you go. I know he's probably not retired, but I'll happily talk to someone like that for any amount of time because he was really a nice guy and his car was just superb. Okay, what are we going to do next? Let me just give you a clue and say, I think we're going to have a little tiny, if I can find the piece, we're going to have a little tiny moment of break. Just like that, you see, that was fantastic, wasn't it? I love that. I'm sorry about that. What are we going to look at next? Well, we have another one to look at. This is one that I think is a really interesting little story. I didn't know this was going on until recently, and I just picked it up. And of course, I signed up, and I hope you might find it in your hearts to sign up too. I don't know whether it's one of those kind of positions that will actually really get anywhere. I'm sorry to say that, I know, but whether it will get anywhere, I don't know. You cannot tell. But if you go to change.org and look at upgrade the pay and status of carers, you will find this story. And I think that would be an immensely good thing to do. The truth is that carers are really seriously undervalued people. So many of them do a brilliant job. So many of them work incredibly hard and beyond really what they maybe sometimes should do to look after their clients. And I think they're superb. So a lot of carers genuinely are real carers. And I believe that we should look after them as far as we can and try and influence things so that carers get a better deal. So many of them are on really kind of minimum wage, bad conditions, all kinds of stuff. You know, the ones I was talking to a very nice carer the other day who comes to where we live, and she said that don't forget all of her driving time between clients is her own time. It's not paid for by the company and stuff. And to be honest with you, I just find that a bit sick, really. They should be looking after their staff the way their staff look after their patients. There you go. That's the one I wanted to see there just on the carers petition. I'll bring that back to the screen so you can have another look. I will be adding this as a link on our YouTube page. I can't do that. I don't know whether I can or not on the Facebook page, but I might just add a little kind of text link somewhere down the line so that if you want to sign on that dotted line, you can. I think it would be a good thing to do and to try and just remind people, if nothing else, remind people that carers in our society do an amazing job. Many of them do a job where they go beyond the call of duty. There you have it. Okay, right. Our final little thing today, little short show today, isn't it, really? Our final little thing today is just coming up. And what I'm talking about is volunteering, not really, but actually supporting local organisations. I'm going to show you something. There we go. It is a basket of hats and a bag of hats. Now, those hats, I have to tell you, I've seen them before, and they are knitted by my partner Dot in our living room in the evening. She knits one every 1 or 2 days. They cost her literally a few pence to knit. They're not expensive wool or anything. And she knits those for seafarers who call at the port of Felixstowe. Now, that to me, I have to say, is something she likes doing, but it helps people because those seafarers who come in bringing all the stuff that we need to survive and to live and to thrive, they bring in food, they bring in drink, they bring in all kinds of stuff. Very often those seafarers come from the Far East, and in honesty, they do not have winter clothing. They don't have the kind of clothing that you and I would consider normal to go out in. So those guys get given knitted hats by local people here in Felixstowe. There are a lot of ladies in Felixstowe who knit hats, they knit scarves, some of them even knit jumpers, and those go to those seafarers who come in really not just for a northern winter. They've come from the southern hemisphere, China, where some parts of China are quite warm through the year, and they come round through the Suez Canal, through the Med, which is not icy at this time of the year, and they come then to Northern Europe and freeze their bums off. What can you say? It's icy, it's cold, it's horrible. Those guys, maybe if they're lucky, they get off the ship and walk into town. So we need to help them keep warm, just as an act of kindness. So all of those hats that come in every day to the Felixstowe Seafarers Centre go to seafarers. Now, the point I was going to make about this is that there may not be something like that, a seafarers centre in your town, but there's probably some way that if you want to, you can contribute or help local charities to do some good work. Not hard. Think of something you like doing and see if what you like doing can actually help other people. And if it does, if you can, then there's your opportunity. Okay, I'm going to call this a day now because I'd like to go and watch a bit of television, have another cup of tea, and have a relax. So, it's the Old Geezers Show. I'm Chris. I hope you found it enjoyable and interesting. And I think the phrase is, I'll see you soon.